And now it's time for our weekly segment, Patel It Like It Is, where ABC News contributor Dr. Alok Patel shares health advice on the topics that matter most to you. Today, he's answering some of your questions. And Dr. Patel, we are getting into it. Tammy from Los Angeles wants to know about hemorrhoids. She says, when, why, how? Dr. Patel, what can you tell us?
Well, first, I have to congratulate and thank Tammy for this eloquently worded question. And no one should be ashamed about asking or wondering about hemorrhoids because an overwhelmingly large amount of the population suffers from them. Now, simply put, hemorrhoids are a condition that can be caused anytime we have an increase in pressure down there around our anus or rectum that causes swollen veins. Could be from constipation, could be from pregnancy. But again, a lot of people go through it, and a lot of people are familiar with the fact that it can cause itching, burning, some bleeding that you might notice in the toilet, and even rectal pain. So how are we going to relieve these symptoms that so many people suffer from? The one thing you want to do is improve your regularity. And these are ways to get some relief. Try drinking more water, taking in more fiber, and stop spending so much time on the toilet. There are some topical medications you can take as well. And it is extremely important that you talk to a doctor if you have any specific questions. Hemorrhoids are relatively easy and simple to diagnose, but there are certain symptoms like bleeding when you go to the bathroom that you should never ignore.
All right, I'm getting my water handy here. Next, Carmi from Mexico is asking, what's the best way to treat heat rash and eczema, those summer rashes?
Those summer rashes are everywhere. I have these painful memories of being a kid and going to India. A lot of people go to humid climates and getting this skin rash, what some people call heat rash or prickly heat. Dermatologists may refer to it as miliaria. Now, basically, this is when you block these sweat glands that can cause a backup of sweat and skin irritation. Some of those red bumps and itchiness that a lot of people experience. One thing you want to do is cool your skin down, dry it off, try wearing loose clothing. Usually this rash will resolve when you actually move to a colder climate. But Diane, there are a lot of other rashes that can be triggered during the summer, such as eczema. A lot of people have triggers for eczema, and sometimes it's in winter when you have that drier, colder air. For others, it's during summer when it comes to sweat and direct sunlight. And I have a feeling that you and I are going to be talking a lot about dermatologic conditions this summer, because guess what? Heat and sweat can also trigger things like sun allergies, acne, and other types of rashes. So it's important you know your triggers. And if you have eczema, that you keep that skin dry. You make sure you're not excessively drying it by taking too many showers. And fragrance-free lotions are really important, as is putting on sunscreen and blocking those harmful rays.
All right. Those are great tips. I'm thinking about all of the ones that I still have to do that I forget to do.
The sun affects all of us, I'm telling you.
I know. And then the kids, there's a lot to keep track of. Speaking of the kids, last week the U.S. Surgeon General issued an advisory about social media and teen mental health. Now, you say a family media plan can help with this. So what does that entail, and why is it important?
Well, a family media plan entails kind of a customizable plan for families and their teens to participate together in responsible media use, including social media. Diane, I think it's a pipe dream for us to go out there and tell all teens to get off their smartphones and pretend like it's the 90s again. It's not going to happen. But we can help teens become better digital citizens and follow good media habits if and when they are on social media sites. So any parent out there can go to a place like healthychildren.org and find these customizable media plans designed by the American Academy of Pediatrics. You can customize it based on your priorities, how many children you have, the age of your kids, and you can go through it and read about things such as screen-free zones and times, lock screen reminders for parents and teens, coping strategies for when your children run into something that's not that great on social media, how to protect their digital safety and privacy, and also, and I feel like this one is not spoken about enough, how kids can practice kindness and empathy online and learn how to find that type of content, participate in positive things. And I gotta say this, and I say this a lot, you have to model good behavior. So we can't be out there telling our kids no phones at the dinner table and sit there being like, oh, sorry, kid, don't worry.
Sometimes that's the hardest part. We say, get off your phone. And then, every 2 seconds you get a work email and you're immediately scrolling yourself. So great advice, Dr. Patel, as always. What was that?
I said, my 2-year-old will even call me out. She's like, Daddy, working. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Ooh, all right. We got to buckle up. They're watching us, Dr. Patel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.